Welcome back to the coin world, old coin review and value. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating story of the 2006 United States quarter dollar, coin that's more than just spare change. The 206 quarter was part of the iconic 50 state quarters program, a monumental U.S. Mint initiative launched in 1999. This program aimed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique reverse design, released in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. By 2006, the program was already in its 8th year and had become immensely popular with collectors and the general public. That year, 5 states were honored: Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Each design featured state-specific imagery, reflecting historical, cultural, and geographical themes. The obverse of all 50 state quarters featured a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This portrait, first introduced in 1932 for the Washington quarter, was slightly modified for the state series. Beneath Washington's portrait is the word Liberty, with the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the left and the year 2006 at the bottom. The reverse side, however, is where the unique charm of the 2006 quarters lies. First, let's look at the Nevada State Quarter. Released on January 31, 2006, the design features 3 wild Mustangs galloping through the desert with snow-capped mountains and the rising sun in the background. It symbolizes Nevada's spirit of freedom, natural beauty, and rich history of wild horses. The state motto, "The Silver State," is inscribed below the Sena, nod to Nevada's mining heritage. The wild Mustang imagery was created by artist Don Everhart, a talented designer for the U.S. Mint. This coin quickly became a favorite due to its dynamic composition and historical symbolism. Next, we have the Nebraska State Quarter. Issued on April 3, 2006, it features Chimney Rock, a natural geological formation, along with an ox-drawn covered wagon representing the pioneers of the Oregon Trail. The words Chimney Rock and Gateway to the West emphasized Nebraska's significance during westward expansion. Artist Charles L. Vickers captured the pioneering spirit and rugged landscape in this historic design. The Colorado State Quarter followed. Released on June 14, 2006, this coin displays a sweeping image of the Rocky Mountains with pine forests in the foreground. The inscription, "Colorful Colorado," celebrates the state's vibrant natural beauty. Donna Weaver, the designer, wanted to reflect Colorado's environmental richness and national pride. This quarter stood out due to its scenic tranquility and the proud rendering of one of America's most majestic mountain ranges. Then came the North Dakota State Quarter. Launched on August 28, 2006, the coin features 2 American bison grazing in the open prairie, with the setting sun in the background. It pays tribute to the wildlife and natural plains that define North Dakota's identity. The image evokes the feeling of untouched wilderness and a connection to indigenous history and early frontier life. Designer Stephen Clark's minimal, yet powerful composition won praise for its bold simplicity. Finally, the South Dakota State Quarter was released on November 6, 2006. It features Mount Rushmore flanked by wheat ears and a flying, ring-necked pheasant, the state bird. This design captures the dual themes of agriculture and historical heritage. Mount Rushmore, with 4 presidential faces, underscores South Dakota's national significance. The coin is a tribute to the state's proud rural roots and monumental landmarks. In terms of minting, these quarters were produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Circulation strikes came from Philadelphia and Denver, while proof versions were struck in San Francisco. The proof coins, especially the silver proof sets, are highly sought after by collectors for their mirror-like finish. The mintage numbers for each coin varied, but generally, each state quarter had over 250 million coins minted. Among them, Nevada and Colorado had the highest mintages, reflecting growing public interest. The 2006 quarters weren't just artistic achievements, they reflected a broader economic and cultural movement. During the early 2000s, the U.S. Mint was under pressure to modernize coinage and re-engage the public. The State Quarters program, including the 2006 editions, helped reverse declining interest in coin collecting. Schools incorporated these quarters into geography and history lessons, using them as fun, educational tools. Coin collecting surged as families began searching pocket change, hoping to complete the entire 50-state set. The U.S. Mint reported that over half of all Americans collected or saved state quarters during the program. The 2006 quarters were released during a time of economic stability. Before the 2008 financial crisis, this meant collectors were still spending on hobbies, and coin shows thrived across the country. The design process behind each quarter involved intense collaboration between state governors, committees, and the mint. States submitted multiple design proposals. Each state's design journey was unique. Nebraska's, for example, drew heavily from its deep frontier heritage. Nevada emphasized its wild, rugged independence, a theme consistent since its Civil War statehood. Colorado chose nature as its defining characteristic, showcasing the Rockies as a symbol of strength and resilience. North Dakota highlighted its wildlife over landmarks, reflecting the state's connection to natural beauty. South Dakota's inclusion of wheat paid tribute to its agricultural legacy, which still fuels its economy. The quarters also inspired a new generation of coin designers within the U.S. Mint, some of whom started with the 50-state program. The influence of this program is still seen today in the creativity of modern U.S. coinage. Technological improvements in minting were also evident in the crisp, high-relief designs of the 2006 quarters. The dies used in 2006 allowed for greater detail, sharper images, and longer production runs. This era marked a transition between traditional hand engraving and advanced digital sculpting. The Denver and Philadelphia mints operated full force in 2006, employing thousands of workers to meet demand. The San Francisco Mint, known for proofs, continued producing exquisite coins for serious collectors. Many 2006 quarters were packaged in commemorative sets, complete with informative inserts and presentation boxes. These sets are still popular today, often passed down in families as keepsakes. The coins became part of a larger cultural trend, where Americans sought to connect more deeply with their national heritage. They also made appearances in pop culture TV shows, school curriculums, and collectors' magazines. By 2006, the program had reached a point of national celebration, with each coin release accompanied by press events and state ceremonies. Collectors today look back at the 2006 quarters as both nostalgic and historic snapshots of American pride struck in metal. Thank you for watching.